All right, that is Monica. Don't take it personal. So seems to be a controversy that will not go away. And just for the sake of clarification, I'll get into this one more time. About a week and a half ago, after a bunch of people visited Trump, black celebrities visited Trump, I went on a Facebook Live and basically leveled a diatribe at Trump. And people, they can interpret it any way they like. My ire was directed at Donald Trump, who I think uses black people for optics. I think that is what he's always done. I think you can see recently when Cassette Michelle goes to sing at the inauguration, he act like he didn't even know she was there. And so I think that it wasn't about anyone in particular. It wasn't an indictment of somebody else. They could have had all the well-intended motives in the world, but if you're going with a man like that who is duplicitous, that's obviously what's going to happen. But what's gone as a result of that is, and Steve is a friend of mine, and like a lot of friends, he may not agree with everything. I mean, I remember when I got into the thing with the Ruckers, he clearly did the Ruckers thing, the Don Imus thing. He didn't like that, and I respected his right, and I didn't like necessarily what happened with visiting Trump, but it was not a personal indictment, and he's still a guy I count as my friend. Just so now that we got that out of the way, now there is a petition to take his show off the air, which, obviously I think has gone too far. And then I read something where there is somebody trying to introduce a 20-year-old tape where he's telling jokes 20 years ago, and I guess people would find them offensive. But that's like, to me, ultimately, if we took Mark Twain, out of his era and put him now, a lot of people would have a problem with that. You could take All in the Family snippets from that. A lot of people would have a problem for that, because you're placing a societal norm of today and applying it to something that happened years ago. And I think that America has really forfeited its right to get shocked and angry about videos. We no longer have the right to see a video that is so heinous that it causes us it raises our hackles. We have forfeited that right. We saw a man on video talk about grabbing pussies and putting Tic Tac down people's mouths. You still voted for him for president. That video didn't stop you from voting for him for president. We know a man 20 years ago who was Jeff Sessions. The horrible things that he said were so racist that not even a Republican committee could confirm him. But you forgot that. We got a video now of one of the biggest stars in the world right now was on video having sex, and now they're talking about putting her ass on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. So this idea that you can be offended by a video, or that it can be so deeply offensive that now you feel moved to action is kind of a misnomer. Our ability we've lost the moral high ground when it comes to seeing something on video and being upset about it, especially when that something is from 20 years ago. Whether you like this or not, comedy and performances, live performances are made for that specific audience and that specific time. And taken out of context, they can all sound bad. I would never apologize for a joke. I don't care what anybody thinks or how they think, how offensive it is. I think that is an art form. When those people went to see whoever do that thing, they know what they're getting. And it's for them. It's a tailor-made show for them. You take something out of context 20 years later and you pretend to be upset about it. You could be, like, obviously we're going to have differences. Obviously there are going to be things that I like or do, that you like and do, and that I may have a problem with or you may have a problem with. But ultimately, this is a little too far. To me, in my estimation, it's a little too far. Talking about taking a show off and then going back it's a bit of a witch hunt. You don't like something somebody says, you're free to voice your opinion and to move on. But this, to me, goes too far. Like, especially America getting upset about a video, getting upset about something said 20. Let's apply that. I remember when Trump was talking about, when he was talking about grabbing pussy. Oh, that was a long time ago. Jeff Sessions, that's a long time ago in the confirmation committee. Kim Kardashian, she's not that anymore. We've lost the ability to be offended by video, and it's silly to pretend like we can be. We've lost the ability to see any irony in what we do. We've so lost the ability to take a joke that we have become one. All right, that's a little note from the GED section. The Jazz Report is coming up in about 15 minutes. It's the D.L. Hughley Show.